Now it's
Fall down and go boom.
Bones may fall from the sky. Bones may fall from the sky. I see your phone is falling right from the sky.
I see your phone is
Wait.
falling to the floor.
Before you move, we're on a delay, so down a little.
See, I just got what you felt.
You want to use my phone?
No, okay, I got it.
You want your phone before that many times?
Should I?
Not mine.
We're live again. Well, we were. Just a second.
No, we're still
You want me
live.
to give you some of my gum so you can keep it there?
Now we're live.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we're very live now. And you got it. There you go.
Can
Okay.
they hear us now?
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Now
can hear.
you are. Oh, there. Damn. It just shows the
It's
phone
so
down.
delayed though.
It just shows the phone.
That was the last time. Cynthia wrote, take 10. I think I said that the last
Are we
time.
good?
I think we're past 10.
Something
I don't know
like
what the angle at. I don't know how delayed we are.
that. We're delayed.
We're
But
so.
right now, it's only pointing.
No, we're last year.
Yes, seriously.
That would be a good thing. Because
Yes.
then we
I
can
know.
get rid of 2020
Yes.
and go back to 2019 when shit was good. So can we
go back
curse?
to
When
last
shit
year.
was
So
good.
delayed.
When shit was good, we can do. I don't mind going back to
Oh, no, it's
2019.
not.
No, it's
So,
funny.
Wow, DJ Lucho has Shannon live.
down a little.
Shannon?
Slightly
That's
more.
not Shannon.
That's Shannon, huh?
That's,
Oh, Lisette Melendez.
That's
that's
who's
the
that?
same.
So he's got Lisette and he's got Tony Moran. Hello. I like that backdrop.
Are you serious?
Not here at me.
Wait, when I say
Where
coral
should
behind
see
you-
You that I'm worried about.
Oh, he's just putting a whole bunch
want
of stuff. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
To be clear, are you clear?
Yeah, mine's not clear at all.
That's
Let me go off.
Oh,
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, he's doing
that's right now. It's not clear. No, it's
No,
not.
it's not clear at all. Okay, so it wasn't just nothing.
No, it's not.
Is that never going off again? The volume is
Okay.
clear.
Mine's great.
Oh, Richie said that's it. Oh man.
Oh, he's here too.
Should be clear.
To his eye.
Yeah, but now we're- Yes, the focus is in.
Oh, we're still good.
Better. He's just better.
How do you think it fit?
Very good. You see you in a big ass phone.
Yeah. It's delayed.
It's way delayed.
It's on a
Maybe
delay.
you fix the angle.
Okay, that's good enough. We just had it.
No, it's coming. It's now less. There's less time now.
You just leave right there. For 1 second.
I don't even see
Let
it
it catch
anymore.
up.
Yeah.
You don't see it?
It's there.
That's live right now?
Yeah. That's,
Yeah, but
How
it's
come I
just
can't
that
get it?
way.
it's getting.
Yeah, it's just in that one corner.
No, I see everything clearly right here.
No, we're good now.
We don't.
We're good now.
Yeah, okay.
I see nothing.
How delayed is this freaking thing?
It's delayed.
But
Yours
even
live
mine is
would
so
be
much
okay.
more delayed than yours.
Oh, that's true.
See if I'm
Where'd you get it?
looking at.
The rental market's good.
Okay.
It's not that.
Not that much better.
All right, should be better now.
Still standing, looking at his phone.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm living dangerously. Y'all better watch out.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? I just paid the Verizon bill and this has happened.
Good, thank you. You don't like the chair.
No, because I thought you was gonna keep saying it, so I pulled up his cup.
No, I just want a little bit. So George Anthony's next.
Where?
Look. It's Sir Lucian's show.
Tonight?
I know. Live.
Check. Okay.
Check 1, 2. We show we up?
Next Friday, right?
Thursday, Friday. Thursday, Friday.
You know what I think happened?
Freaky Friday?
Here's what happened. We didn't take shots. Let's take shots.
All right, let's see.
Yeah, usually we take shots before we do
Yeah.
first
Last
talk.
year.
Everyone should have one.
No, just shot it.
What is that?
It's
Fireball.
oh, fireball. You can do that.
I can do fireball.
You do fireball.
We're doing what are we bringing to? To 2020.
It's a typical 2020.
I want to drink to 2021. Can you?
That's
Yes.
2021.
2021,
Yes,
but
it's
tonight,
2019. That
Yes.
was
but
last year.
tonight
It's
is typical
2021.
2020.
Yep.
Yes.
That's not
Yes,
bad.
that's very true.
All right, so I want to know something.
Yes.
Where are we live? Because I can't see nothing.
On my page.
We're live. We're live on Rogers Space. We're live. Yes. Everybody, we're back.
Beautiful.
Okay, real quick. You gotta lower that. 'cause it's too much.
Not on my phone. I don't
I'm
have
Is
sorry,
it
my
volume
sorry,
down?
sorry, I'm turning it down.
Okay, but way down.
All right, so tell me something. Are we good?
Yeah, we're good. We're good now.
We're good.
Okay. So tell me a little bit. You've been around for a very, very, very long time, right? How long?
Not
Have
as
you
long as Betty.
Okay.
Oh! Shots fired!
Bang bang.
Shots fired!
So.
I'm only-
Started.
All right. So,
Well,
and I'll tell you this.
That's what my
We
God,
just
you have the
restarted
baby.
for like the.
No, I know. I'm
Yeah.
trying to be nice.
So now, because I seen pictures of you way back when,
Yeah,
you had the Jerry curl
I did.
with the soul glow.
Yes.
Your eyebrows
The
look like this.
unibrow, the
Can I just say
unibrow.
something though? I made for all my Boricuas, all my ethnic people out there that grew up with one eyebrow. I want you to know. I want you to know that I made it cool. And every time I did a show, people come up to me and go, yo, can I talk to you something? Can I talk to you on the side? Yeah, what's up, bro? Yo, I just want you to know, bro, you know, I thank you, bro, because you hooked my eyebrows up, because everybody's making fun of it. But then I said, yo, but Soave got it. And they're like, okay. And then all of a sudden, it was all right for me to have it. So as a kid, that was my thing. And honestly, it wasn't me that wanted it. My previous manager, who's in heaven today, George Vascones, he was, remember George?
Oh, yeah.
He's the guy who found myself, Cynthia, Johnny O, Judy Torres, EXO, Body and Style, Peter Fontaine. He actually managed George Lamont for a little while prior to, you know, when he was Loose Touch back in the day. So he was a guy who said to me, listen, you have to look ethnic. You have to keep your eyebrows, let your hair, you know, let it grow, keep it curly. I was like, whatever you want. He made me keep my little facial hair. I had a little mustache, this little tiny goatee. It was like whisker-y thing. Now you get mad at Frenchie now because he doesn't keep it clean, but he makes it like a what's that? Who was it?
The Fu Manchu.
Fu Manchu, yeah.
But I cut mine down.
Exactly.
I cut it down now.
And
so
now I'm
it's-
always clean cut, except for tonight. Like tonight, I'm just, you know, I have a little thing, but it's just because tomorrow I'm gonna shave it.
How old were you when you first started?
I was 18 and a half, 19.
Did you start with Micmac or was it someplace?
Started with, well, prior to that, like I was in high school, I was in all the, you know, choruses and glee club, and I had my own group back in high school called Second Edition, because I was a big New Edition fan. So we should do like all kind of talent shows and just shows at the actual school. We did fashion shows. Wherever I had an opportunity to perform, we did it.
Okay. So how'd you get linked up with Mickey and Micmac?
So I got hooked up with George Vascones first, and through George, he introduced me to Owen Soave. Owen had just released a song with Tonasia called One Way, and was working on a second, you know, like a follow-up song to that. And he had come out with a song that wasn't done yet. It was a poem that was given to him by some girl he was dating back in high school that he wanted to turn into a song. And so since Mickey saw the success that Tonasia was having, he allowed Owen to have, you know, a second artist. And the song was already done. So all I had to do was kind of come in and do it. He was looking for somebody. So George Vascones, my manager, said, listen, this guy's auditioning. And I think he got through me, and that was pretty much it. It all happened real fast.
What about you?
Well, I was 17 when I was kind of discovered. And it kind of happened by accident. I was friends with Margie Fernandez.
Okay.
And she knew someone, her neighbor, who lived across the hall, David Sanchez, was working for a production company at the time called Platinum Vibe. Platinum Vibe was comprised of Sherry Shepherd and Ted Courier. And they had this production company, and they were producing a group called the Boogie Boys. And they also were managing Sly Fox at the time. So she's like, yeah, my neighbor works, for this production company, and they help manage Sly Fox, and I'm like, oh, I love that song, I was like, sure. And she used to listen to me sing through my headphones all the time. And she's like, well, you can sing. But I went to the High School of Music and Art. So that's what I did. I was in choir in junior high, and, I loved to sing. I come from like a musical family because my dad, my mom, what they did was, they sang around the house all day. My dad was an amazing guitar player. The whole family comes from, Puerto Rican folk songs. We call them Amigos. And they sang that. That's what I grew up listening to. So when I finished junior high school, my chorus teacher said, Mrs. Sheldon said, you need to apply to music and art. And I did. I got accepted. And going to music and art is not that easy because you actually have to go audition and pick a song. Yeah. And I remember singing Out Here on My Own from Fame.
Okay.
And I got in. And what a lot of people don't know is that I went to high school with Brenda Seabank. Naomi went to school with us. Belle Torres, who's in Sweet Sensation now, went to high school with me. So, we all...
This is in that school that you have to be gifted to get into?
Well, I wouldn't call it gifted. You just have to, you're either a singer, a dancer, an artist.
What school was that?
Yeah, the High School of Music and Art, LaGuardia High School.
LaGuardia High School.
Well, when I went, my freshman year, it was called the High School of Music and Art, which was over on Convent Avenue. And then the other part of that same school was in another location in Midtown Manhattan called the Performing Arts School. That's what the Fame movie was based on. They kind of forgot about the vocalists and the artists and the people who paint. And so then they merged and they became the LaGuardia High School of Music and Art over on Lincoln Center.
Right, 66,
yeah.
I think.
So that's the one everyone knows now, but I actually went to the one on 135th and Convent.
Okay.
And then we moved midway through, through our I think, sophomore year into, the Lincoln Center location. And then they put us right across the street from Martin Luther King High School, so it was kind of like a weird dynamic. So we weren't allowed to go out.
I'll tell you one thing, and I like the people there at LaGuardia High School. When I was a kid, I wanted to become a singer.
Yeah.
So I tried out at LaGuardia, and I remember how nervous I was. Don't laugh at me. I remember how nervous I was, right?
What song did you try out? What song did you
It was a George Michael song, Jimmy. Jimmy had nothing else. It was so I practiced and I practiced and I practiced. When I got there, I was so nervous. And the guy's like, listen, just close your eyes, don't think of anything, and just give everything you got. Closed my eyes. I gave it everything I got. Sung the song, and when I opened my eyes, they all looked at me like, so I said, how'd I do? Like, we're gonna let you know. I was like, no, how'd I do? They're like, we're gonna let you know. I was like, no, how'd I do? And they looked at me, they're like, you really wanna know? I was like, yeah. They're like, you really weren't good. I'm like, you told me to give me everything. You said, yo, you did give her everything. It just wasn't good.
It's nerve-wracking.
And I was so destroyed.
Yeah.
And I was like, I really want to be in the music business. Like, and they told me, like, you don't have to be a singer to be in the music.
American Idol moment?
Yeah, it was an American Idol moment. And they said you don't have to be a singer to be in the music business.
Yes, right.
You could be in promotions, you could be an agent, you could be a producer. He goes, there's so many other positions that.
Wait, Andre, why don't you give us a sample?
I would love to hear. I want to see that video.
Come on.
I want to see a live example right now.
That's not gonna happen.
Come on.
We'll do a
How
little bit.
many people we have?
Andre, we'll do a little bit of our audition tape. How about that?
We had 388. We're gonna drop down to 15 by the time I'm done. But as much as I was crushed, they gave me that hope.
Yeah.
And then that's when I started doing other things, management and stuff like that, and
that's amazing advice. You
Yeah.
know, a lot of people have that passion, and it's not a passion for singing or you dance. It's a passion for music.
To be a
Right.
part
And
of
it
it.
can manifest itself into
Right.
so many different things. So it's important. I'm so glad that you shared that story for people out there who really are passionate about music. You know, you don't have to kind of, you know, have tunnel vision and say, I'm going to be a
Yeah,
singer.
it doesn't have to necessarily be that one thing. And I think that it actually, if you think about how many things that we've heard over the years that watered down so much of the good stuff, and we are, as freestyle people, artists and people who are into music, you know, that wasn't necessarily the first thing that I wanted to do. This was the first thing that I got the opportunity to do. And so, you know, who the real Soave is. If you ask me what's in my my cell phone now, as much as I love freestyle, we were just talking about
We were
this a
just
little while.
talking about this.
You know, on the way here, I was listening to Luther. I wasn't listening to freestyle. I was listening to Luther because he inspires me. He's just phenomenal. He was fabulous. And so there's so many people who are inspired by music so much so that they think they could just wake up one day and go, I think I'm gonna be a freestyle artist tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I think we're the only genre of music, unfortunately, that have actually allowed that.
Right.
You know, just because you love it and you have a passion for it and you live and sleep and die for it doesn't mean that you should do it. Leave it in the bathtub or in the shower,
Right.
and get like you said. You know, maybe I could become a promoter. Maybe I could make great beats. Maybe I could come up with great melodies. And if I play it for somebody, and I really can't sing it that way, but I have it in my heart, I can show them what I'm trying to explain, and they can come out with something that's magical from it.
And then they're involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, even just piggybacking off of that, look at look at even the music nowadays. You a lot of producers and a lot of the guys that are doing the beats. That's one of the first things we hear. Like we hear a Khaled song. Khaled's not an artist. He's a producer, but we hear his name in the beginning and then we
Yes.
hear his beats.
And I guarantee you, he
You
wishes he could wake up tomorrow and have a voice because he wants to be.
Right, you know, same thing. Mustard, the same thing. You know, there's a lot of guys who are just into who are doing the production work and they're doing the promotion work, if you want to call it that, but mostly production engineering. And then they happen to pull the stars. They have to pull the people, the artists, to get them to do the music, and they're making just as much money, if not more money, than what the artists are making because they're owning the rights to their music. They're able to keep the music and everything, and they're just going along with it, and they're putting out album after album after album. So.
Here's the thing though. After so many years of you guys performing and doing records and stuff like that, how do you guys remain humble? And I'm going to say this right now. There's a reason why I book you so much, especially you. It's not favoritism, nothing like that. You're just really good with the fans. And I say this to her all the time. Sometimes I want to book a particular artist. I'm like, yeah, but I know that person isn't really. I heard you're the same way too.
Very much.
Yeah, but so don't think I'm just saying
Benny
but I know I've booked them like a million times. But the reason is that, you know, I know that I don't have to beg you
Or
to
even ask.
or even
Do it on
ask
your
to
own.
like, you know, hang out with the fans. There are like certain artists like I would try to book and it's like pulling teeth. You know, can you hang out with the fans? Just spend like 15 minutes with them. Just go hang. You know. But I know if I book, like I mean, I could book you.
Yep.
I could book Cynthia.
Yep.
I could book Noel.
Yep.
And after the show, they're out there.
Sweet sensation.
Because we got to work together. I
I
got a
know.
chance
Oh,
to
you
work
would
with
not
her.
work.
Well,
Never
I
work
know
with her.
you
A lot of
never
energy.
But
Hung out a lot backstage.
we hung out a lot backstage, but I never actually.
I've never booked them for your show.
You know what? You know what it is. Our fans, and I talk about this a lot. I am truly humbled. Okay, that after 30 years, oh, but the bass is going down.
Yeah,
But I'm saying I'm so humbled when people ask me how do I feel about going up on stage and performing. It's humbling. It's mind-boggling that our fans who are our age still come out and support us. Not only do they come out and support us, but they bring their children.
Right.
And they're
Exactly.
teaching
Yes.
their children about the genre that they grew up listening
Yes.
to. So I don't know if you call it humility. It's just, for me, it's just gratitude. I love going out. You see how we are. You know, like you guys have been around Sweet Sensation, so we're crazy.
Since I
We
was a little
love
kid.
being out there. We love hanging out with the people who are sick.
She didn't get it.
I'm not even lying though. I swear to God, listen to me. No bullshit. I'm allowed to say bullshit?
Yeah, you're allowed to go.
Say
No
what?
bullshit, right? The very first person I ever saw perform was Betty and Sweet Sensation. I was in a club called Jake's in New Windsor, New York. I was 17 years old and I knew the owner and he let me in. And I'll never forget listening to their songs all the time that summer. And when they came in, I was like this. And I'll never ever forget. I say to my friend, that girl was looking at me. And I was like, yo, she was looking at me. He was like, get out of here. I said, I'm telling you, she was looking at me. We locked eyes. And that was the only time I ever, then after that I was like, I want to be a fish stuff, it's so bad. But I just want to be a singer. And to Betty's point, just to understand the complexity behind the genres of music that are out there. So we grew up, and everyone at this table can understand that the 5 or 6 biggest artists of all time grew up and sang when we were kids. So you had Michael Jackson, you had Prince, you had Whitney Houston, you had Madonna, Luther Vandross, and number 6 was George Michael. They were literally like larger than life. Their people, their fans were not just in the small 100,000. There were millions and millions. So for us, right, as freestyle artists, we have hundreds of thousands of fans, but they don't come out all at once. And if you put them all together across all the countries, maybe we have 1 million or 2. But they're scattered between so many places across the world, and they stay loyal to the brand, to the genre of music, and they listen. But it's not the same as us dropping a single tomorrow, or tonight. If Taylor Swift or Justin Timberlake decided to drop a song that no one even knew was coming out, they would sell 1 million records instantly because they are penetrating much farther, a range than we can ever be at this point of our career.
Yeah.
So because of that, think about the fact that you don't know, like me personally, I literally get real serious when I'm with a band, because I feel like I don't know if I'm ever going to see them again. I feel like that was the one time that they met me, and they've been following me since we were 19 or 18. We grew up, we all here, and people who never even met us before that are watching right now, we grew up at the same time, did the same things, almost the same way, in different places, but not together, which makes crazy sense, but we all know each other, we just didn't know each other. And so when we're around each other, I feel like we're all home again. I feel like family when I'm around people that I never met. And I'm like, and we're talking, and I feel like we're in a place where we had dinner together. So our fan base is so small compared to the world of music that we have become so humble to them. We've got to give them love. We've got to give them everything. Betty is somebody, and Sweet Sensation, they come dressed to every show.
Oh, absolutely.
Like rock stars. You know why? Because they take it seriously. That's how I feel when I'm on stage. So I do go out of my way.
But how do you remain, all right, I'm not trying to embarrass you, but even some of the messages that we're getting, he's so hot, oh my God, he's delicious. How do you remain humble when you're a bona fide sex symbol in the freestyle world? Like, you're a bona
I
fide...
am not a sex symbol.
Suave is too hot and burning out of this video.
He said they're saying that you made the video stop.
You made the video stop. You are so hot. You destroyed the video.
Wait, please,
Just
don't
for the
inflate
record,
it so
wait,
much
I do
anymore.
want to point something out.
Say that.
I need to point this out. So we have all taken our temperature here, right? Well,
Yes.
being very, very
They
safe.
all have the thermometers.
We have our test results. We have it all going on, right? So I have managed to take Suave's temperature.
Oh my God.
His temperature is hotter than all of our temperatures. I'm just telling you that. So Frenchie and I are at a cool like 97.7. He's beyond 98. So he's definitely the hottest one in the room right now.
That is not true.
And you actually made him blush.
I know how to do that very well.
You know,
You know how many? Like, seriously, you know how many people come up to me, even personal friends and families, when we're at personal. You know Suave? I was like, yeah, he's a good friend. Can you give me his number? No, I can't. Okay, can you hook me up? No. At the show, go to the show. Like, how does that?
Wait
you
a
know,
minute.
you know,
You
That's
could
a hustle.
probably
Wait a minute.
I could
that's
probably
a
make a
hustle.
lot of money.
Hold on.
probably make a lot of side money.
Hold on a minute. I just found my new hustle.
The first person that gives me $1,000, I'll give you his phone number.
Side hustle.
How do you stay humble? Like, and I know you're humble about this stuff, like, you know, and you're very cool with the fans and everything like that. But it doesn't like make you feel like it's gotta make you feel good. Like, you know, oh
it
my
makes
God.
me feel good because I appreciated it. I
Right.
appreciate the fans. I appreciate, you know, guys. You have to understand that being on stage also brings like something different. Like, there's times when I have been places where I'll give you a perfect scenario. I remember doing a show maybe 15, 20 years ago, and we were in an area of Florida I had never been to. I don't remember what it was. It was like an area where I just wasn't around before. It was me and Noel, and that night, everyone who came to the hotel to pick us up and to like take us out to dinner and stuff, I knew that they knew Suave was going to be there, but they didn't exactly know who Suave was. And then we were hanging out because they were all part of the entourage. So we went to dinner together, and I'm not coming out to say, hey, guess what, y'all? Who will guess? Like, they obviously know who I am because they just picked me up from the airport. They don't
Right.
know which one is Suave. So, strangely enough, we got to dinner, we go to do the show, and then when they come to pick me up in the limo, and then I see me in my outfit, all of a sudden they're like, oh my God, that was Suave the whole time. And all of a sudden, my level of perception of the way I looked at them was all of a sudden like, hi, how are you? I'm like, what do you mean? You were talking to me 20 minutes ago. Remember I bought you a pack of gum and Wawa? Like, you didn't know me then. You didn't really want to go and talk to me. Now all of a sudden they're like, oh, so you know, it's also.
I totally agree with that.
Yeah, there's so much of it. Like, a perfect example. We go do a show in Atlantic City, or we'll do a show somewhere huge, and we're driving on the Parkway. We stop, we get gas, we go inside. We go pee, we get our little freaking Dunkin' Donuts, and we get back in the car and drive. And then when we get to the place, and we're inside a major casino, thousands of people there. I can't walk without getting stopped. People getting cuckoo, like in the men's room. I'm in
Well,
the
because
men's
they're all at
But
that
they're
casino
there,
'cause
right?
they want to watch your
And
show.
this is what I mean by the genre of music being so small. And then I feel like a superstar at Atlantic City in the Taj Mahal. And as soon as I drive away, as soon as I give my tip to the freaking guy who took my valet and pulled my car around, I'm back to being Jeffrey. And she's back to being Betty. You know, and George is back to being George. Do I want everybody to like chase me into the restrooms and all the...
But you're
I mean, I
saying-
guess
you're
I think it'd be
saying
really damn cool.
that there's never been a time that outside of a show or a particular event that you've been recognized.
Oh, no, I get recognized all the time.
So?
But what I'm saying is, there's a mass hysteria. If Taylor Swift can't go into Guess,
Right.
Yeah.
she can't walk into the mall and go to Sephora. She can't do that. What happens is the entire mall from all four floors is gonna like.
It's gonna mob her, yeah.
Right. So there's I mean, I remember being in Miami when I was a kid. There's a small window, maybe 3 or 4 or 5 months in my career, where when we went to the mall, people were like, yo, Suave's in the mall. And no one had phones back then, so it was like word of mouth. This guy just ran from this door to tell people who were next door. Next thing you know, the mall, that was like Avenue of the Americas back in the day, right? Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
And that mall, but that was a different world. It wasn't like that in New York. I mean, some places.
Florida
but-
was totally different market for us.
Yeah, we just never had that. They'll recognize us, but they don't go cuckoo. Like at the clubs, they go a little cuckoo.
Well, what about you? You've been around for a very long time. You're very, very beautiful. Does that do you get like a lot of stalkers or stuff like that? Like how do you handle that?
Everyone needs a good stalker. I just want you to know. I'm not looking for any more. Just so you guys know.
Suave has a couple.
He probably has more than a couple.
He's got a couple.
You know what? Here's the thing. If you are careful, you know, I know who my friends are, my family, they know my number, you know, everyone. I think social media has allowed for the public both good and bad, to have access to.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that is a little bit scary for women. For me, I lose a lot of communication with people through social media who
Yeah.
contact me because I don't look at them anymore. You know, there are only so many, can I say that?
Yeah, you can
say whatever you
say
There are only so many dick pics I can, you know.
Yeah.
And I can't.
gonna
You know,
say-
it's like, and then the thing is that this is how they approach you. Hey, I'm a huge fan, and you know me. I will answer. I'm nice to everyone.
So they go, "Ba-bow."
And then, you know, then it happens, and I'm
They say,
like, fuck
He
you.
said, darling.
I can't, you know, and it's frustrating because I'm very open. You know, you guys know me. I'm very open. I talk to everyone.
That's funny.
So, you know, I kind of shut down. I shut down when it comes to
Just
social.
blame you.
You know, I don't. They're like, I sent you a messenger message. I'm like, you know what?
I don't want to look at it.
I'm not gonna try. I don't go on there. You know, if I know you and we have that business, then you call me.
You guys gotta understand though, she's trying to, if you were watching right now, you're a dude, how many, like, when does a penis become something exciting for somebody to see?
Thank you.
Like, it's not,
Oh, no, not
It's just
in a
probably
picture,
never.
no.
Who, you know, I
They're
think
not
men,
like
no, but I think
cute.
men and women have a totally different
100%,
mentality.
yeah.
So
Right.
a man will say, send me sexy hot pics
Yes.
of yourself. Send me that. You know,
I'm a
men
visual
are
guy
visual.
myself, so I understand.
Men are visual. Women are intellectual. They're emotional.
Yeah.
Yes.
So there's the whole thing. Yes, thank you.
No, I said men are very physical, women are very emotional.
Yes.
So,
Yeah,
It's true.
and it's a mental, and it's a very emotional thing for us.
and I was gonna say, because look, I manage Taina, and she's an independent. She doesn't have it
She's
like
a beautiful.
she doesn't have like a
woman.
national hit record.
She's already had.
And
Who
I
are you
manage
talking
her.
about?
I manage her page,
Who?
Taina.
Oh.
I manage her page, and I delete so many dick pics.
She's like a little girl. Like,
Yeah, and I look at the dick pics and I just delete, and I put them in a
So
file.
messed
But
I
it
put all the
is
dick pics. I
so-
have a dick pic
What
file.
about the last one?
What's up?
That
This
someone
whole
asked
Facebook
Oh,
live
yes.
took
he
a
could
turn.
pay Andre to marry Taina.
Someone wanted to broker a marriage for Taina, and they offered me money. You know, so I'm thinking like if Taina's independent, I can imagine you.
Oh, it's
Right,
So
like she's
that's,
just starting. You
I
guys have been dealing with
I
this
put
for.
a nice little barrier between myself. If I recognize the person who's messaging me, yes, I'll answer. But I get so many now that it's just like, all right, you know, I randomly I'm like, oh yeah, I'll look. You know, like you send me
Right.
something with good, you can just reach me. I have your number. Thank you. But it's difficult because you want to be out there and open for them and available, you know, so that they can connect. Because now we have this media, you know, this outlet that they can connect with the
Right,
people
which you
and with their
do with
fans.
them.
And it sucks that people ruin it, you know, for everyone else.
So you have to open up emails like this.
Yeah.
No, I'm like, do I know you?
Well, you know,
I don't know you.
I put together Cynthia's website, right? And I had to set up alerts. So when someone says, you have to put, is it uncomfortable to put these keywords in there? Bitch, dick, slut. Or you have to put all these things up. So if someone,
Your filter.
Like-
yeah, you have to
to
filter.
read your
If someone sends an email,
How'd you spell hooah?
so
There's a lot of ways to spell
I know. And one HWORE. So
I got some girls' names that they could spell the same way.
Yeah. But
Just saying.
I do all, and I have different filters. So if it's like hire or booking or
Yeah.
this and that, then I know. Then it forwards to like Sal, you know, and Cynthia will get a copy. But if it's like poor bitch, you know, if it's something like that, like it goes to another file, and I look at it. I don't look at her stuff, but when certain alerts pop up, I have to look at it. I'm like, I don't even want Cynthia to see this. I'll just delete it. I'll move it out the way.
You know, Cynthia's because she's watching. You know that right now. She's like, motherfucker, Andre, you don't show me all my emails.
You know, like that. Cynthia made, like, again, Cynthia's another beautiful woman.
Of course.
Like, you can only imagine the type of
And
messages she
she's
gets.
another
Oh my God.
sweetheart.
Yeah, she's another
People
sweetheart, so she's
think
very
that
good
they-
with the fans.
But I don't know what do these guys think they're gonna accomplish by sending.
But can I tell you something?
Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
It doesn't always. It's not only with guys sending
Oh,
you
no,
guys
because
things.
there's some-
Because
you
you
know,
know,
I
like
can imagine
there
there's
have
some
been
nasty
times
bitches out
there have been
there.
times where and Soave Jeff doesn't know this, but there are some shows that we go to and and a lot of women, and a lot of people know who I am. They know I'm Soave's road manager, but they don't realize that there's a team of a bunch of other people, and some of them don't know, and a lot of them have a tendency to stay in the background.
Yeah.
So
I
people
learned
don't
that the hard way.
people don't realize who they are. They know me because they see me next to Jeff. So they oh Fred, oh yeah, Fred.
No, but I will tell you this though. I had fans say to me, "All right, so I'm gonna come to the show this Saturday. Is it all right if I can take a picture with you because that your manager won't let me near you? He's like, I know I drink and I get a little crazy and I get a little cuckoo when I drink, but can we just take a picture? Can you tell him it's okay?"
And he has to tell me, but then the problem is that there are some women who are out there and they will say, "Oh, I'm going to see if I can get Soave. I'm going to pull him off to the side. When he leans in, I'm going to give him a big kiss." And I'm like,
No.
and I might ear hustle it, or somebody else in the team might ear hustle it, and they'll either say, "Frenchie, look for this person," or they'll literally step in as that person maybe is going to take a pic, and they'll be, "Yeah, just stand over here, or stand to this side," or something like that, because it can create a situation, and we don't want that situation to happen. We want the fans to get the best experience possible with these artists, because it's like Jeff said, this is the first time and could be the last time you meet him.
Yeah, I agree.
For whatever reason, whether it's you can't come to another show, whether it's the ultimate
This is your
dirt
moment.
nap or something like that, but we want you to have that experience, and but some people have a tendency to take it just a little too far, and we have to put a kibosh on it.
All right, one last question before we take a break for the both of you. Does it bother you when you have people like Frenchie that's doing like eliminating potential threats, potential problems without you knowing? Because like I said, I don't know if Cynthia feels bad. Like it's like
No, trust me, I know Cynthia.
No.
She doesn't feel bad.
right, because I feel bad. Like
No,
I take all those like
Right.
emails. I just delete them. I just don't
Fully
want.
appreciates it.
Yeah, I just don't want her seeing that because after a while.
No, but after a while, like, for me, if I open them, okay, honest moment. So what
You
happens I said honest
I'm
moment.
scared. Where are we going right now?
Yeah, where we going with this?
She
No,
does not
because you know
play,
what?
so
No, because
I
now
was like,
I'm
Where's this
telling the
filter right
truth.
now? What did you drink? Because I know.
So for the guys who actually send all these pics to us,
What do you wanna say to
we
them?
gather them together, and we're like, oh look, this is what came in the mail today, and then we look at them and laugh. We laugh and we point out all of the abnormalities and how small they
So
look.
keep sending
and-
them.
So keep sending them. So then we have a whole wall. We put them up against the wall and we compare them and we laugh. Then we throw darts.
So if you have a bent one,
Right.
It's done.
if you have a mole, if you have a deformity,
It's miscolored.
if it's discolored, you're getting made fun of at the show. Like that's that guy
Right.
with the bent dick.
So don't come to the show thinking you're a fan, because then we're gonna go backstage and be like,
Don't show your face when you send the picture.
yes.
And what about you? Does it bother you a little bit? Like I said, he managed to eliminate a lot of that stuff maybe you don't know about. Or do you want to be a part of it? Do you want to know what's going
So
on? Or are
I
you
think
just
it's a little
happy?
different for a guy. I mean, look. So the reality is that
It is.
you just
Yeah.
named Cynthia, you named Betty.
Even though there's
Um,
crazy bitch guys.
So us guys that we've been around for a very long time, watch over the girls that are around us. So, I don't
Right.
know if Betty's around or any of the girls from Sweden, or Cindy's around, or Lisette's around, any of them, Judy.
Yeah, stuff does not happen backstage.
First off, they're usually with somebody, but Betty is a lot of times just with the girls, and so she's got a lot of her brothers around that are paying attention to what's going on because
Yeah.
we can tell what's going on from far away because we're dudes, so we know
Right.
exactly what guys we're trying to do. But for me, I don't really have a problem. I think my people, my team is more involved in putting up the fires before they get to me. Not that I don't care. I'm so, if you could just, if I'm standing next to you, and you decide to just take your top off and we're gonna take a picture, I'd probably be like, as long as I'm looking straight and smiling, I'm alright.
Yeah, that doesn't
Cheese,
happen.
I'm good. Like,
No,
there's
it's
really
true.
not. I don't have really too
No,
much.
but
of
your
a-
team definitely has your back.
They do.
It was a show in, I think it was the show in Queens.
Yeah.
Where you guys were bouncing off the couch, but in the beginning, and I had only met, I don't remember if I had only met Frenchie,
Andre.
but I had only met Alfonso.
Alfonso gets
But I
crazy.
I never met Andre, and Andre was like guarding you.
Andre
and you
is the
wanted
one who's
water.
that
Andre
like-
is, yes,
And I
Andre is in
went
charge
to,
of-
not you, and I got you water, and I went to bring, he was like, what are you doing?
He's like,
Stop.
wait a second.
And I was like,
Where'd you
wait,
get that
wait.
water?
Stop.
Where'd you get that water?
Like, I was like, wait, no, stop, I'm bringing you water. He's like,
That's
no,
the
what are
cat.
you doing? And I was like, I'm Andre's wife. And finally, he let me through, and ever since then, we're cool. But
Andre's a retired cop, and he still works
Yeah.
as a police officer.
he,
so
your team does not play.
I have
No.
I'm so
We
glad.
don't.
No,
We really
and
don't.
I give you props for that.
We
And
don't.
everyone has their own place. Like everyone's pretty much done all the jobs, and they were like, you're really not that good at that job. You're much better at this one. And then we,
So you rotate. That's
oh,
it.
and
You
then
gotta-
now, but now we
Now
all know we're
everything's
supposed to be.
set.
So it's like, all right, Frenchie is the king of the music. Frenchie's job is to take care of the music. So make sure the show
among
TV
the
is
couple,
right.
there's a couple more.
He's got some more, but that's like, in addition to other things, that's what he does. Andre is like security, driving me there, getting me
You
there,
don't play.
and then
Yeah, you don't play.
allowing me to have fun so that, and making sure people don't come around when I'm taking too close. And then afterwards, I can drink all I want, and he can drive me home.
Yeah.
Letty, his wife, does all the publicity. Like
Right.
she takes videos, she takes pictures, she smooths everything out, makes sure that everything's going good. Alfonso is like the right hand party animal, man. But anybody that we have, special guests, he's gonna wine and dine. He takes them. So if I have family, if I have friends, he's taking care of them.
Yeah.
So everyone has a place, and
I know there's been times, and it probably worked the first time. It doesn't work anymore because he knows how I am. Where I joke around with Frenchie, I'm like, Frenchie, I just don't have the money to pay Soave for the show, but I'll pay him next week. Or how about I give you a personal check? I do it to personally mess with him.
Yeah.
It doesn't even work anymore. He's like, whatever. He just hangs up the phone on me.
I'm like, no, not happening. Okay, whatever, fine.
I was like, how about I give you like
I'll see you at the
singles
show.
and quarters and stuff like that? You just hang. He knows, but he just he's like, no. He just hangs up the phone. So we're gonna take a small break, and then I got something planned for the both of you. So let's take a small break. Let's play some music. Let's take some shots, and let's go.
We're about to take it back.
Shout out to DJ Philly for making his mix.
Of course it starts with this song.
I gave you all my love, girl. But you just, you threw it all away. As I sat by my window, just thinking of you. The pain and deception which broke my heart in two. But now that I see that you're not loving me, oh, baby, can't you see just what you do to me? nothing left to do. No words left to say. I never thought the day would come, my love, that you'd deceive me and be untrue. So now you go your way, and I'll go mine. But I'm crying over you. As I sat by my window, just thinking of you, the pain and deception which broke my heart too. But now that I see that you're not loving me, oh baby, can't see just what you do to me. Crying over you is all I can do when you love someone new. I'm crying over you, led me to believe that all your love is true. But now you're seeing someone new, and I'm crying over you. Crying over you, that's why I'm crying over. Crying over you, that's why I'm crying. Those tears on my pillow are all because of you. But now the time has come to find somebody new. I'm looking for someone to wipe away the tears, someone to love me while you're not here. That's why I'm crying over, crying over you. That's why I'm crying over you. Is all I can do when you love someone new. I'm crying over you. You tend to believe that all your love is true, but now you're seeing someone new, and I'm crying over you. Over you. Crying over you. Knowing moments and feeling once again how much would have forgiven you. Now it's much too late. The time I strongly believe you and I were meant to be. Intentions to be forever, but time has changed everything.
So, I want to talk about something.
Uh-oh.
So, I've known Suave. The reason why I have like a good relationship with Suave because he was with me when I started my career in Sixth Sense. He was the first artist I booked at my very first show. He was with me when I proposed to my wife.
I was there.
He was
We're
there.
We toasted to that.
We did.
He was there during my engagement. He was at my wedding.
I was at his wedding.
And I just felt like, and even when I was down, he's the type of guy that would just call me up out of the blue. Hey.
Or when he gets cuckoo on freaking Facebook.
Yeah.
Thank you, because he doesn't listen to
I'm
me.
like, can I just ask you a question? What were you thinking about, right? What were you thinking about? You cannot say that. Take it off right now. He's like, but why? That's how I felt. Like, under. You cannot say that. You cannot say that. Right.
Okay.
And then Sal called me up and goes, did you see? I said, I know, Sal.
Trying to take care of
Take a
it.
deep breath. I
Got
already
it.
talked to him. He took it down already. He's like, I can't believe he did that. When he speaks out, he's speaking about me too because he's representing me. But I'm like, relax, it's okay. You know, Sal, big shout out to Sal Vitello.
It's very
Yeah.
hard when you work with a lot of when you work with people like Sal, Uncle Sal, Suave, and everything else like that.
Sally.
Sally, baby.
Because everything you do, like it said, falls down. So it's
representation of
yeah,
everything
very
you do.
representation. So it's very hard.
Someone has a request.
We're getting to that, Delinda.
Good luck when you chew rap. Do it again.
So-
Yes.
Andre,
So it's, like I said, it's very hard, but you know, I've
Lower
learned.
your microphone, please.
Oh, I need your phone because I have to get the lyrical thing going up.
Get the phone. So I've learned to calm myself down.
Yeah,
Because
you've been good lately.
Yeah, because every time I say something,
I'm working on it.
I get phone calls from my wife, I get phone calls from Sal, I get phone calls from Jeff, I get phone calls from Cynthia, so I feel like a ghost.
It's not even that you get phone calls. When I start getting phone calls, what is Andre thinking? I'm like, I don't know.
So many times.
I know I'm married to him, but
Yes.
I, as much as I try, there's no controlling Andre.
Well, so many
Like-
times that people say something on Facebook that makes you want to snap, and you just want to respond so much. And
And the problem is
The
he
responding
snaps.
is not the answer.
Thank
Yeah.
you. That's what I'm trying to teach
The
him.
worst.
He's
Take
learning.
it from me.
I have calmed down. I've been a ghost.
Sometimes no response is the best response because that
That
once
is
you
absolutely
respond,
the worst.
the
That's the
people
best
take
way.
it and run
They run
and,
with
and then
it.
they attack more and more because they love that you're. That
They
Well,
you're
you know
love-
what?
doing
It
yes,
creates
yes.
that drama, and you know, okay, like social media, love, it's drama. And the more drama and the more
Yes,
like
Lord.
negativity you spew out, the more people crave it even more. Like they want more.
And
Right.
the more they see that they're getting you riled up,
They get-
they're gonna
that's it.
keep going.
That's it.
It's
Doesn't matter if it's truth.
there are
doesn't-
people who've made careers over responding
Mm-hmm.
to the accusations that they made you snap about. So
Exactly.
they got you so crazy, and then all of a sudden, you respond, they're like, I got him, and that's it. They got you hook,
Yep.
line, and sinker.
And it's over nothing.
Yeah.
it's
It's
so
over the
petty.
stupidest thing.
But I've been good.
You have been good
I've been
for
good.
a while. You have been good.
But a couple of years ago, there was a show at St. George Theater in Staten Island. And I went upstairs to the third
That
floor.
was the night I was out at my bachelorette party. That was before we got married because
Yeah.
I wasn't
Was it
there.
really?
Yeah.
She
I
went-
was with. I didn't have a. We went. Me and my girlfriends went out to the wineries, but Andre went to a show, and that's why I have no.
And then I wound up hanging out with Raquel in another part of Staten Island.
I was there.
Yeah, and I don't
We
even
went
know
to
how I
Raquel's
got
house.
home.
Yes, yes.
I got home. I was
Because she's
with.
like, no, just have one more. I'm like,
Yeah,
Raquel,
but meanwhile,
Raquel,
she
drive home,
came
bro.
with a big plate full of like, it was like maybe like 50 shots. And I was hanging out with this guy.
Raquel, where are you right
And I
now?
was hanging out with this guy, Big Ed, who used to work with Jill, and we drove home together, and with a freestyle band, and I'm like, I can't drive. They're like, why? I'm like, 'cause I'm getting married next week, and I can't get locked up. My wife will never forgive me. And Big Ed was like, I can't drive. And I'm like, why? He goes, because we're in Staten Island and I'm black. I'm like, yeah, but I'm getting married, so I trump you, so you have to drive. We wound up driving all the way to the ferry,
Oh my
and the
God.
freestyle fan whose car we took was so drunk, we left her there, and I said, just go take a nap. She slept, and that was my bachelor party. I was hanging out with you, Raquel, George,
Yeah.
and we got so hammered.
I had a good time, but I didn't have to drive that.
He did. His phone died. I think he's skipping part of the story. They
Yeah.
pulled over on the side of the road and took a nap for a few
Oh
hours.
my God, you're so
Because
wet.
I could not find but his phone
You were
died.
getting so much trouble for
I
doing that.
could not
Mhm.
find him. Like I was calling him, his phone was died. I couldn't get. I was like, what is going? And my thoughts never go to he's with somebody else. It's oh my God, he's dead on
Something
the side of the
happened,
ditch.
yeah.
Like oh my God. So I'm like fucking bugging out. He
Yeah.
called me at 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. I was like, meanwhile, I was done.
Lost it, yeah.
And I'm like, I'm not even like, are you okay? I'm like, where the, because now that he called, I know he's alive.
He's like,
where the fuck? I freak out. I don't even think he
Is it-
got home
don't you-
till like 7 o'clock in the morning.
You have
it
that.
was ridiculous.
You have that window of time where your heart, you're in such a panic.
And he's
Because
always like,
you're like-
oh my God, you're
But
so
then
jealous.
you
I'm
get
not
the
doing
phone
anything.
call.
It's not
As
about
soon as
that.
you hear the voice,
I want to know you're alive. I want to know you're okay.
and that is, as soon as you hear the
And then
voice
the
and you know
anger
they're
kicks in.
alive, yeah, then you want to kill them. You're like, why are you doing what? Why would you do that? We're done. I hate you.
Well, we've had shows and we're like, well, everybody's hanging out, having a good time, and I know I'm good. I have a driver, and Betty's driving. I'm like, so where you going? She goes, I'm going home. I'm like, well, when you say you're going home, like, you go back to the hotel, you're gonna chill. Where you going tonight? She goes, well, I'm going home. I'm like, Betty, you live in Albany. That is like not home. That's like you people take planes to their home. They actually take like fast, like
They
very
do
fast
not.
trains.
I'm 2 hours away.
Yeah, that's not that. I mean,
It feels like
when
forever.
Betty said that she was coming over, I was like, "Where do you live?" She says, "I mapped it out." I was like, "Oh, it's only 2 hours? I thought it was like 8
Wait,
hours
Albany,
away."
Albany
Isn't it
just
only 2
sounds
hours?
like it's.
Okay, but
like,
still,
It
two
sounds
hours.
far.
It sounds far.
far. It does
Okay,
It
sound
y'all
sounds
are
far.
confusing that with
Like
Buffalo.
Buffalo, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's not Niagara
Buffalo's like
Falls.
6 hours.
Buffalo
yes.
is 6, 8.
Because I was like,
Buffalo's
Betty was like,
I'm a
Betty,
fast driver. Buffalo's like.
no, Betty
8.
was like, but Betty was like, "Yeah, I'll come." I was
Have
like,
you?
I was like, really? And I googled it. I was like, "Oh, it's only 2 hours." Okay, all right. She's not fucking with me. Okay, no
I'm
problem.
like, but Betty, just because you live in Auburn doesn't mean you're a Buffalo Bill fan, right?
No.
Oh, okay, good. Because I'm a Miami Dolphin fan. I hope you.
I know, but you live in New York. What are you doing?
Because we all belong to Miami right now. Tell me I'm wrong.
No, not right now.
Not right now.
Not right now, right now,
Yeah,
right now.
No,
People-
you're-
No.
Listen, I got this thermometer.
Give me the thermometer.
When
Give me
Florida
the thermometer.
artists come in.
Betty, check him again. Check him again. So make sure. But, and it is 97.9.
Make sure you show the green. Show the green.
97.9.
97.9.
If it's green, you're good.
My temperature came down.
Yeah.
If it's yellow or red, you gotta get the fuck out.
But-
Just let me
Alright,
check.
listen.
Babe, but I messed up your story because you were going somewhere with the whole St. George Theater and
Alright, so listen.
97.3.
that's low. You gotta take your hat off, Andre. You gotta lift it up.
I'm a cold-hearted slave.
Hold on, we go. 1, 2, 3. Here we go.
97. Wait, I'm gonna show
He,
you.
he runs low
97.7.
too. He doesn't run that high either.
Yeah, this goes higher. 97. Give me your elbow.
Alright, so let me get back to the story while they're doing temperatures.
Really?
So I walked upstairs to St. George Theater, and I walked up to the main room. Suave had his own room, and I found out that
She didn't like
Suave
that arm. Let's go.
was into hip hop.
I love hip hop old school.
I was very, very shocked. I slept on Suave. I didn't realize he was a freestyle fanatic. So, as Betty's taking temperatures, now everybody's green, thank God. So, what we're gonna do right now, how many people we got?
No.
396 people. So, what we're gonna do,
429,
429. So we're gonna play we're gonna play hip hop.
461. So
We're gonna play hip hop music, and
Yeah, you know?
we're gonna go to
Because
you,
everybody's happy never taking temperatures.
and then we're gonna go to you. All right. So we're gonna see how well your hip hop game is.
Okay, okay.
We're gonna see if Suave is really hip hop. So, you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm not that hip hop, but we'll see.
He is.
B-boy in the
He's
house.
someone. He's someone. He's
Old school.
yeah.
Oh, yo.
We got Suave in the house.
Yo, I'm doing the melody, man. I'm trying to get paid in full. Well, check this out. Since Norby Walters is our agency, right? True. Karen Lewis is our agent. Word up. Zakia and Falk and Broadway is our record company. Indeed. Okay, so who we rolling with then? We rolling with Rush, our Rush Town Management. Check this out. Since we talking over this deaf beat right here that I put together, I want to hear some of them deaf rhymes. You know what I'm saying? And together, we can get paid in full.
Oh, yeah. Everybody in the house one time. Let's go. Come on. Put your hands up, back and forth with me right now. Let's go. Chill it. Let's go. Come on here. Yeah.
Thinking of a master plan. This ain't nothing but sweat inside my hand. So I dig into my pocket, all my money spent. So I get deeper, still coming up with lint. So I start my mission, leave my residence, thinking how could I get some dead presidents. I need money. I used to be a stick-up kid, so I think of all the devious things I did. I used to roll up, this is a hold up. Ain't nothing funny, stop smiling. You still don't nothing move but the money. But now I learn to earn cause I'm righteous. I feel great, so maybe I might just search for a 9 to 5. If I strive, then maybe I'll stay alive. So I walk up the street, listening to this, feeling out of place. This man do I miss a pen and a paper, a stereo, a taper. Me and Eric D and a nice big plate of fish, which is my favorite dish. But without the money, it's still a wish. Cause I don't like to dream about getting paid. So I dig into the books of the rhymes that I made. So now to test to see if I got pulled, hit the studio, cause I'm paid in full. Again, check this out. Come on. Yo, you go to your girl's house and I go to mine. My girl is definitely mad because it took us too long to do this album. Yo, I hear what you're saying. So let's just pump the music up and count our So well, check this out, yo, Eli. Turn the bass down and just let the beat keep on rocking. And we out of here.
Well, we gotta do one more thing. Here we go.
Hey, 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 hey.
Yeah. Come on.
Yo, and for the record, Soave sung that song.
He didn't rap it.
He didn't rap it. He was singing that song. Shout out to Soave! But we're not done.
Oh shit.
Oh no.
A little birdie told me that Betty D is into hip hop as well. So, we gotta put you on the spot. You ready, Betty? You ready, Betty?
Yeah.
I like that one. Ready, Betty? Ready, Betty?
Let's try it. What are we doing?
I don't know.
We'll figure it out.
We're gonna figure it out.
You're gonna freestyle it. Whatever I play, you gotta do.
No way!
Oh my god.
That's right. Come.
Let's go, Betty.
Alright, let's try
Go.
it. See if I remember this. Oh, that's right. Betty D's in the house. You know she got the. Woo! Betty D is in the house. Betty D is in the house.
She is.
She's in the house.
In the house, girl.
Sweet. I said a hip.
Hip hop. Hip it to the hip hop. And you don't stop. Don't rock it to the bang bang. When you say up, jump the boogie to the rhythm of the boogie to the beat. Now what you hear is not a test. I'm rapping to the beat. And me, the groove, and my friends are gonna try to move your feet. You see, I am Daddy D, and I came to say hello. The purple and the yellow. But first I gotta bang bang. Boogie to the boogie, say up, jump the boogie to the bang bang. Boogie, let's rock. You don't stop. Well, you heard my voice, but I brought two friends along. My man Soave. Check it out.
I'm the CAS and the OVA.
I don't know. That's the only dude I don't play. But I know some more words.
And the tones of fire.
I dress with T.
You see, I got more clothes than Muhammad Ali, and I dress so viciously. I got a bodyguard, I got two big
Andre.
Oh,
I
yeah.
got a wicked document. My backyard shit and so after school, I take a dip in the pool, which is really on the wall.
That's
I
right.
got a color TV, so I can see
the Knicks play basketball.
I've been a sucker, could
Never
ever spend.
spend.
But I wouldn't give a sucker or a bum from the rock to rock down till I made it again. Let me go to go.
Hotel, motel, what did you do today? Say what?
Girl, gonna get some spend and drive off in a death OJ.
Everybody say hotel, motel, holiday inn.
If your girl starts acting
What? Then you take her friend.
I'm out the jail.
Come on, Mello.
It's on you. So what
You gonna do?
Well, it's on and on and on and on and on.
That's
The beat
right,
don't
that's
stop
right.
until the break of dawn. I said
On and on and
M-A-S,
on
a
and on
T-E-R, a G with a double E. I said I go by the unforgettable name of the man they call the Master G. Well, my name is known all over the world by all the foxy ladies and the pretty girls. I'm going down in history as the baddest rapper that ever could be. I'm feeling the highs and you're feeling the lows. The beat starts coming into your toe. You start pumping your fingers and stomping your feet and moving your body when you're sitting and you're sitting. Then down, you start doing the freak. I said bam, I ride it out of your seat. Then you're throwing your hands high in the air. You're rocking to the rhythm, you can dare it air. You're rocking to the beat without a care. You the show shot MCs for the affair. Now I'm not as tall as the rest of the game, but I rap to the beat just the same. I got a little face and a pair of round eyes. All I'm here to do, ladies, is hypnotize. I sing it on and on and on and on and on. The beat don't stop until the break of dawn. I sing it on and on and on and on and on. I got hop on the pop, the pop, the pop, give it, bop, the pop, pop. You don't dare stop, come alive, yo. Give me what you got. I guess by now you can take a hunch and find that I am the youngest of the bunch, but that's okay. I still keep it strong, cause all I'm here to do is just a boogie your behind. Sing it on and on and on and on. The beat don't stop until the break of dawn. I sing it on and on and on and on and on. Rock, rock, yo. I do it on the floor. I'm gonna freak you here, I'm gonna freak you there. I'm gonna freak you out of this atmosphere. feelings. I'm one of a kind and I'll shock your mind. I put the jig figures in your behind. I say the 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, girls, get on the floor and come alive, y'all. Give me what you got, cause I'm guaranteed to make you rock. I said 1, 2, 3, 4. Tell me, girl, you might. What are you waiting for? To the hip hop, the hip to the hip to the hip. Hip hop, you don't stop the rocket to the bang bang. The boogie say up, jump the boogie to the rhythm of the boogie to beat. Let's get a bebop, we rock, Scooby Doo. Now guess what? America, we love you. Cause it's with the summer song, you can rock till you're 101 years old. I don't mean to brag, I don't mean to boast. But when I hot water on a breakfast toast, to burn it up. A baby mother to the boogie, to bang bang, the boogie to the beat. Oh, it's the strawberry.
I know what it is. It's like 15 minutes long.
Holla.
We gotta cut the song because this song's like 80,000 minutes long.
I thought he was gonna get it.
I can't even remember. I can't believe we remembered that much of it.
I know.
Yo, seriously.
I'm like, wait.
Damn.
You guys like House of Pain?
I don't know all the way. I just know the first verse.
Jump around?
Yeah.
What about you, Betty?
I'll make it up as I go.
Alright. We'll do one more song. I'm shocked that you went as
Well,
long.
if we're gonna do another song, if we're gonna do one more song, how about something everybody? Let's do a Slick Rick song, like Lottie Dottie or not that one.
Wait, okay, so now we have to
No,
go back.
what's her name? What's her name? Her name was Mona Lisa. Mona Lisa, so many dig you. My God, you look nice.
We're gonna wrap it in
We
our
could be Adam Sandler and like,
We're gonna wrap
excuse
it in
me, dear. My God, you look nice.
See if I can remember. Once you start hearing it, you'll.
I got you.
We're gonna do the bridge is over.
Behind
The
us.
bridge is over.
Hey,
this
They a
one.
witch.
The bridge is over. The bridge is over.
You want to go that way? I'll be
No, keep
He
it
say
right.
no. He say he wants Slick Rick.
We can do this. There you go. You know it. Let's go. Come on. Everybody, let's go.
Well, it was one of those days.
What?
What you do? I was chilling downtown with my old school girl. I went into a store to buy a box of pizza. I went to a girl. Mona Lisa, so you know what I'm saying? So I said,
Excuse me, man. Oh my God, you look nice. I'll buy that slice.
She said, thanks.
I'll buy you a slice of you.
I'm just kidding, but that's only nice to me. The compliment
So
showed
she had a mind in her.
and when I smiled,
I almost blind her.
she said, honey, stop, honey, what me? Seems like you have a mouth full of gold teeth.
Ha ha ha, I had to find that funny.
So I said,
No child, I work hard for the money.
you wanna be a big please? Don't even try it.
Sit down and slice some pizza and be quiet.
She almost got cut short.
With no scissors.
She tried to disrespect
Who? The Grand Wizard? Me?
What's your name, sir?
MC Ricky D, but now still be the hot shot better than money.
I'm sorry, and I know that's so class. Please, yeah, tell me about that. She said, I got courage and I don't like courage. I never been to college, but I like crazy knowledge.
Over 18 and my eyes are green. I wear more gold than that guy at 18.
James, and I'm also light skinned.
Best believe Mona's a virgin. A virgin? Honey, this
She
lash.
tried to tell me she's a virgin.
Would they hear my gas?
It don't matter.
See, I'm not picky.
Let me fill it up
Oh, it is Molly.
ravishing.
So careless. That I wear every day. And why not?
So first not right that I recite tonight. Well, this about that trouble my friend came in and he said, hey, don't you know playing with these niggas is a sin? He grabbed me by my shirt, pulled me right up the stool. He said, I don't want to see you playing with these others no more.
Now come along.
We have a party to attend with some woman children and some all my friends. He held out a grab, I was waiting for a minute, and as the cab came, he thrusted me in it. And as we were leaving, he was all along.
Sing it. If you see me walking down the street and I start to cry, it's because of you. Walk on by. Walk on by. Foolish pride. That's all I have to so let me hide the pain and the hurt that I'm feeling when we say goodbye. Walk on by.
Come on, everybody in house, say,
Yo, why we gotta sing every single rap verse?
No, he doesn't rap. He
He can't
sings.
rap.
He is not a rapper. He's singing every verse.
He can't rap.
It still sounds dope though.
He was rapping for.
It still sounds dope.
He's rapping in an English accent.
As long as he doesn't do it in an opera voice, it's good.
You know, honestly, it takes me back to when I was a kid. It takes me back to when I was a kid. And all we did was just try to like emulate these people that we thought were larger than life. So big shout out to Slick Rick the Ruler right now. If you're watching, yo, we had so much fun listening to your songs back in the day. All that old school hip
Still have
hop.
fun.
Run
Still
the
do.
Right,
MC.
still.
She was talking about the bridge is over.
Let me
No,
tell
I'm
me-
Boogie Down
let
Productions.
me tell you something real
girl.
quick. And I blame Dana for this.
What?
So
He blames me
So
for everything bad.
Sal was involved in that 30-year anniversary
Yes, of course.
Yes.
for with MTV.
Oh, yes.
Yes,
Yes.
we
I was there.
MTV
we
Rap.
were there. We were
So Dana's like, you should get us tickets. I'm like, I
No.
bet. Oh, because KRS One.
Yes, KRS Run was on the show,
Yes.
and that is Andre's all-time favorite.
He's the man.
That is Andre's all-time
Yes.
favorite. So I saw the
Chris.
flyer, and I was like, Andre, see if Sal. Fever wasn't even on the flyer yet, and I said, Andre, see if Sal got a hookup. Let's see if we can go. Because when the hell do you ever see KRS perform? Like, yeah.
Hell yeah.
So he calls Sal, whatever, and he's like, oh, actually, they just called me. They want us to work the show. You want to work the show? And Andre's like, all right, because he's used to working the freestyle show.
Yeah.
Andre had to get there at 8 a.m.
Oh my God.
The show
yes.
didn't, thank God I had to work that day. So I met him there at 8 p.m. He worked from 8 a.m. We didn't leave till after midnight. He didn't watch any show. He was running, so he was so mad that I even made him call Sal because he got wrapped.
That was a long day.
Because you
That
know,
was more than a
you
long
know,
day.
no one can say no to Sal. So when Sal says, "Can you come and work the show?" I was like,
Yeah, you're like,
It was like,
But he wouldn't
yeah.
even have asked you.
All right.
Sal, you know?
"I'll be all right. I'll work the show." 8 o'clock in the morning, I had to
You
be there.
expected like how you work a freestyle show.
No, we were like, there was 50 artists
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, that's
There's a
how.
lot
And we had to babysit certain artists. So
Yes.
I was in charge of DOS Effects, Special Ed, a few
I
other
love
people.
Special
Oh my
Ed.
God, and
Oh
it was
my
so
God.
great
I
to like
love it.
talk with them and work with them.
I
Yeah.
had Ed O.G.
Yeah, oh yeah, you worked the show too.
Kumo D.
Who had the bulldog?
It was just
They
Ed.
had-
And a couple others. Fushnikins
Oh my
was
God.
there.
Yeah.
There was so many artists there. They,
Special Ed.
Special
Oh my
Ed was
God.
there.
I saw we did video music
Eric B.
boxes
and
30th
EPMD was also
anniversary,
there.
and he was there, and I watched him perform, and I was in awe that
So-
we performed with all of these. You know, you had Nice and Smooth,
Oh my
Greg
God.
Knight,
I love
Amazing.
it.
But I'll be honest, I saw, then I took a small break and I disconnected my microphone, because you all have microphones, and I had a chance to conversate with KRS One, which is, like I said, you know, like,
I was in the back
Boogie Down
area.
Production.
I
yeah.
had two
Yes.
friends
Oh
there
my
with me,
God.
and he was so mad. 'cause
I
we
was
were
so
sitting-
mad because they were
we
beating
weren't
all the
up front,
artists.
but we were sitting in the back where all the artists were going, and we were watching on the screen.
And meanwhile, when I stopped by for a break, oh, we need you here because DOS Effects is complaining, oh, I gotta run. I was so
I
pissed,
just
but
want to chill with Ken.
I had a chance to just shut my shit up. I had a nice conversation with KRS One, and he is the coolest guy ever.
He's amazing.
Oh my God, and I told him, I said, do you know how hard it was living in Queens, rocking the bridges over? Do you know how hard it was? I lived in Queens. I lived in Queensbridge Projects,
Oh no.
wearing a Yankee jacket, rocking
Yes.
KRS One, and I was probably one of the only,
41st side.
and I was probably one of the whitest white kids there, and I was the minority. You know how hard it was? No, I'm light skinned.
All right, just because your skin.
It doesn't matter if I'm Latino. When you're in the project,
No, especially
Yeah, well,
especially
me-
Q.
me and Andre,
especially-
I love the
listen,
light-skinned
Dana, I will tell you,
ones here,
especially
okay?
in the QB. I know I have friends in the QB over in 40. As I said, 41st side, 45th side.
And you
They
don't know
are-
us, the
When you're light-skinned,
Bronx was
you're
so
light-skinned.
proud.
when you're light skinned, you're white.
You're white.
That's all
Yeah,
right.
you
That's all that
just
matters.
you're white.
I'm always the white girl. So
So when you grow up in Queensbridge Projects and you're rocking KRS One and rocking a Yankee jacket and being a white kid in Queensbridge Projects, I got quite the beatings left and right. And
Oh,
but to have that conversation with KRS-One, it was like the
that
most
must have been
coolest.
magic, bro.
Because again,
You're welcome.
he was
So don't
my
say you
favorite
blame
art.
Dana.
No, I did because
Dana.
it was like a 37-hour workday.
It's all Dana's
Yeah.
fault.
But you got to talk to KRS-One.
And
Yes.
yo, my feet was hurting. I was in so much
Oh, you
pain.
were- yeah, you
It was
were
a
just
rough.
a mess.
That was like the roughest show I think we've ever worked.
We've done
Ever.
so many shows over these many years we've performed with our idols and our heroes, but you know, going back to me telling you that I've always been a New Edition fan, I got to perform the last Radio City show with Bobby Brown, and that
No way.
was, I didn't get to perform with him. I'm just saying we performed in the same show,
Right.
and for me to be in the same hallway, knowing that my dressing room was down the hall from me, just like I went in, we started speaking, and I was overwhelmed, because I told him, dude, you understand how much you need, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have been who I am. And so I got to meet him, I told him my story, I told him about Second Edition, I told him how I left Second Edition when he left, when he left New
Every
Edition
time you
because I had
said
to break
that, I
off.
giggle.
I
He
was
was
like,
probably like, what second
he,
edition?
when I told him about it, I said, and then when you left New Edition, you know, I had to leave Second Edition because, you know, I had to be like, he started dying. He started dying. But we had a lot of fun. It was great to meet him. He was just simply one of the greatest people I ever met. I was so happy that I got to meet him, and he was actually he wasn't dicky. He was actually cool people. So.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, and that, being dicky, let's talk about being dicky really quick, because
Wow, have we segued from like the pictures to
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
to rapping
Right.
to
Yeah, what,
Being Dickie.
let's define Dickie.
What does
Yeah,
that
I
mean?
thought we already covered that.
we covered that subject?
I don't mean there's
No,
a,
I know.
you know, being the guy that Betty gets those pictures from.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not the actual, but the picture. You know, like if you're watching right now and you're in our industry, you have no time in the world not to take time for those around who would love the hell out of you. I'm just gonna put it out there.
Yes.
Most of the people that I surround myself with are like that, so they're always out there just like I am. But you know, if you're not, you just really don't have time for that. You're too old. You're too old, and you got no new hits coming out, most likely. If you do, God bless you, but most likely you don't, and they're working off your old stuff, so you better be a little more humble.
You gotta
I'm
love
just
the
saying it.
fans.
And from a personal level, as a promoter, and I'm going to say this over and over and over again, every single episode, when the artists are humble and when the artists like to hang out with the fans, that is such a big plus when it comes down to the promoter. Because I sit down with Dana when we're picking up shows and lineup. I'm like, all right, this person can draw on this person. Yeah, but this person's not really good with the fans. No,
But I
let's
will
pick
tell
up-
you this,
Yeah,
with COVID, there's
Oh, no,
certain,
that's a whole
that's a different
different
world.
that's a whole different thing.
We're talking, we are,
haven't even done a
we're
show
talking
with COVID to even
pre-COVID.
think that
We're
way.
talking if there was no such thing as COVID. We're talking if the
Yes,
world
yes.
was
We're
perfect
talking
like it
about
was a year ago.
2019.
2019.
Right, a year ago today, you wake up,
And
everybody's
before,
normal.
last year.
And before, if you don't, I'm not saying anything, but you got what I was saying.
Listen,
No, with COVID,
take-
it's a different.
Forget about COVID.
No,
We're
there's
talking
no-
about 2019. If the world was,
Hopefully 2020.
and hopefully 2020, if the world was
Get back
perfect,
there.
as an artist, I believe that you have a responsibility even to just spend 15, 20 minutes with the fans.
I agree.
Just go, every time I book Soave, after the show's done, I can't even find him. Where is he? He's at the bar with a little sifter, having a drink, talking with a bunch of fans, taking pictures. You don't understand how much of an impact that makes to the fans and how many compliments I get. We did that show in Queens with just you and Noel and a whole bunch of people.
Yeah.
So many people loved that show. They're like, oh my God, I love it. It was such an intimate show. The artists weren't hiding. I could talk to them. I brought my albums. They signed it. We were talking. I bought Soave a drink. I bought Noel a drink. They bought us drinks. They loved that shit. It's the littlest things that make a big difference. And we're not telling you to hang out with the fans all night.
Yeah, you can.
Spend 15, 20 minutes with them. Have a couple
Yeah.
of drinks with them. Just bullshit with them. As a woman, I understand it because there is a little bit of a difference. There's a little bit more control because men
You
are
can't, listen,
assholes.
let me tell you, you cannot control Betty. She's going out there.
Yeah, but you know it's
She's
funny
going out
because
there.
I've done
She's
stage
going
man,
to
I've
take
done,
it.
Do all the
I've done
time.
like temporary road management working with George and Cynthia, where George is looking at the people doing meet and greets and George is like this. So we got to break it up. And
No,
we're.
but I'll be there like, George, calm down, George, calm down.
But we'll
Like,
see,
you're
'cause-
just standing next to her, calm
No,
down.
because you see like a guy will take a picture like this with the hands on the waist, with the hands on the shoulder,
Oh my God,
and
that
then
was
it
last
slowly,
week's show.
and it slowly
Wait, what
goes
George
down.
are we talking about?
We did it. Well,
Collado?
Yeah, Vin
Collado,
Diesel.
George
Okay,
Collado.
Vin Diesel.
Because people
Vin
think you're
Diesel,
talking about
not
Lamar.
George Lamar.
No, George
Collado,
Collado.
Collado.
That
George
was
Vin.
the topic that I was watching that you guys were talking
At
when
the
you
show.
were here.
Yeah, at the show.
He
We,
has Kevin.
we said don't be a Kevin.
Right.
So
Did you say topic?
And then I've also-
No, but it's hard. I get it. You know what? If you men and alcohol,
not good.
and
You know
and
what?
Betty in the skimpy outfit, it can get a little volatile.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So I think when Jeff's right, I will go out there.
And
If
she
the
does, she
music
don't care.
is playing, I won't go have I don't take drinks, by the
Right,
way, from
right.
anyone.
Well, I don't blame you.
Yeah.
'Cause
But
Nowadays-
you can get me
not even nowadays, back
my
even-
favorite thing to drink is you can get me a Coast
Just don't
bottle of
open
water.
it first.
Warm bottle of water.
Warm bottle of water, and let me dance a little, and then I'll come back. We can take pictures. To me, I'm an introvert. I know people don't believe that. I say it all the time. But my greatest thing to do, my favorite thing to do, is to just kind of curl up in a fluffy robe, watch some really good movies, and recharge, because these guys know me. I'm like plugged in. Plug me in, let me go, and I'm all charged up. And I only drink 1 cup of coffee a day.
She's a bunny.
Yes, no,
She's
I know.
gone, and
I
she's
know
gone,
someone
yeah.
out there who calls me Bunny, and that's my nickname. But that's me. But when I don't do that, I need to recharge. I need to break down. But it's true. All they want is a few seconds of your time. And I've been in this business long enough, thanks to Soave saying that I've been in it much longer than he has.
Not that one.
But that I know how to control it. Sometimes, especially newer artists, like, that haven't had that much experience, go out there, and it's really difficult for women. It's a hard thing to, and if they have a significant other that's in there, forget it. It makes that, there's so much more pressure.
If there's a significant other that's with you, that's creating a challenge with you being the person that you grew up to be, that all you wanted to do was be that person, and you can't be it, I got an idea. Just leave that motherfucker at home.
No.
Or leave that girl at home.
No,
'cause
but there's a learning curve. 'Cause
you knew what you were getting into.
No, because what if they weren't? What if? Ooh, get the cow.
Sorry.
What if they? It's okay. What if they
got
did
outsider.
know, like they were an outsider before they?
Yes.
This is new.
There's a learning curve.
But there's got to be a trust
Because I
issue.
have to
Right, I
say, look,
understand.
I've been with Andre since he started all of
Yes,
this,
I remember.
and it's still. There's times people are like, "Oh, Andre, can we?" I'm like, "Can you what? Back up." Like, what do you, Andre's a promoter. What do you want to take a picture of? Like, he's not swatting. He's not
Do you know
Why you
how?
gotta blow his spot?
What
Why you gotta blow his spot?
No. Do you know how offensive it is?
Daniel, why you
When
gotta blow his spot up? Like,
do you know
how
how
hard you work to
so
get to
mad
that
at
it's
point?
very offensive?
For me, I'm like, but you're not. You're not the famous person.
The show is over.
But Dana, I would say it
But
does.
what Andre doesn't get is, it's not that I'm trying to belittle him. That's like my jealousy coming out. That's like my, all right, I go off
Listen,
and there's a lot of women that want to talk to him and take pictures and then flirt with him because I want free tickets. Oh, can I
I
meet
get
Andre?
it.
But can I meet
but
Andre?
it-
Oh,
but
can I-
it-
and
listen.
in the beginning, he didn't see that shit. It all, like you said, don't gas his head up. It all went to his head. Now he sees
It happens. I would say it happens. I mean, it happens when you're the to put it for lack of better term, the side person
Right.
of the artist. When you have a tendency to people have they will know who you are.
Yeah.
And you become sometimes
They know
just
how to
as
read
and it's for some people, and a lot of times I get it too. Like people will, they'll be like, "Oh, Frenchie, come over and take a picture. Come over, take a picture." And I don't mind taking pictures. And I do have a significant other, and my significant other does is like, "Oh, the same thing. And I'm like, listen, you have to understand, it's, you know, I'm attached to the artist. And because I'm attached to the artist, just like and the promoter's attached to the artist in the same way.
But I think that's
And
where
they-
communication.
They realize,
Yes,
yeah, and
but it's
at
also-
that point,
there's
it's
a
like,
learning
and at that point, they want to, and it's like, you know, you have to. So sometimes you have to kind of like, okay, listen, trust, it's just a picture, it's just a picture, it's just a picture,
Yeah.
and you know,
But
you end up
eventually
taking
you
a picture.
learn that.
You learn, yeah, you
There's
do
a
learn
learn.
it.
I'm saying
and
in the
and
beginning, there's
yes,
a
you do
learning
learn
curve.
it.
So in the beginning, now I'm like, yeah, whatever.
You know what the problem is?
He's
Like,
like,
people-
here. They're like, oh, can you take a picture of me and Andre? I'm like, sure, yeah, give away your
I think it's a lot harder. I would
But
think it would
in
be
the
harder for a
beginning, I
guy.
wasn't like
to-
that.
I think, right, but
Like,
that's.
how would it be for you? How hard is it for you to find somebody they could lock into, understand
hard,
being
yes.
a woman? Because
But that's what going
for
back to what
me,
George and
it's a
Cynthia.
girl, it's a guy.
It's
George is like, where are you putting that hair when you're taking a picture? That's when you're going
You
back
know
to.
what? I dress for show.
Provocative.
Oh my
Very
god.
provocative.
Like little skirts.
I love-
Like it's just it's
What is it? What is that? What is that? The old, the 50s? What they call
the
those
little
things?
those, they're not really
The banana
skirt.
skirt? No.
Yeah, it's like, there's like little strings. There's like
What is it?
Fringe.
Yeah,
There you go.
there was a
Betty,
outfit
Betty
that's
wears
called-
Betty Dukes, not Daisy Dukes. Betty Dukes.
Betty Duke,
Yeah, that's what Betty
I
wears.
love me my hot
But
too.
you know what the problem is? Like, you know, even as a promoter, at the end of the show, like, some people come up to me and they're like, you know, when he sung Crying Over You, that reminded me of my baby's daddy, or when my first son was born, or my
Yeah.
first heartbreak, or my first, you know, they tell us, you know, we take an empty room and we create a nostalgia for people when they're growing up, and it brings, and these fans, they brings them back to the 80s, and
course.
you know, their heartbreaks, their you know, their first loves, their, you know, I've been
How we
married.
got through it.
Yeah.
I'm hooked on you.
I'm hooked on you, and I met my man
I get
and this
that all
song
the
and
time.
stuff like this, and we've been together for 40 years. So you hear those stories and they get like, you know. But it was at the beginning.
The only song that I was trying to stay away from was Love Child. I wanted nothing to do with that one. I was like, I want no damn Love Child, unless I'm unless I'm married.
But it was very, it was very hurtful in the beginning when she's like, "Why are those people taking pictures with you?" Like, I don't know. She's like, and she said that you're not Suave. You're not George Lamont. Like,
That's so
I'm like this. That is so
But you
fucked
know
up.
what?
you
You
just
gotta
give me that
give her
little
credit.
moment,
No,
though?
okay, but you have to.
Can I just
give
have
her
that
credit.
one moment?
Right.
Like,
Because if the roles were fucking reversed,
It would be worse because
he would never,
right.
ever
That's the
tolerate
thing.
it.
I need to go
So
out
you
there
should be
and,
like,
and my man needs
Now
to
I'm
be
fine.
secure.
I'm so that was in the beginning.
I got
No,
There's a learning curve. There's like you got to get comfortable.
but
with
you're
it.
right. Oh, for a woman, so if I went out there and my man was constantly in my ear, and like,
Have you ever had that?
no, but it's difficult to find. You know what I mean? I need to be me. I need to find a man who is very secure in the fact that I am a loyal, very trusting woman, and I am not
Strong.
gonna be strong and confident, and
No need for a man.
we don't need we don't need that. But if I wouldn't allow it anyway, it doesn't matter.
No,
It's
but
pointless.
I
I'm
agree
thinking
100%
about the scenario, and
Because
it would
I've
not
always trusted
happen.
Andre. It wasn't that I didn't trust him.
she's like, you're not Suave.
Like,
I don't
we
care
were
about
never, we were together. We were together for 5 years before he started doing shows.
Yeah,
So
it is a
after
learning
5 years,
curve.
I never doubted Andre, never whatever. But then all of a sudden, all these girls are, oh, I want to take a picture. It's a different world
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
you're not used to.
Yeah.
And it's not like he was already in it when I got with him. We got in it like together.
I think
Yeah.
I know
So
exactly.
there's like you
Yeah.
gotta get like there's a learning curve. Like, all right, it's not that, and I tell him all the time.
And it has nothing
oh,
to
you
do
don't
with
trust
how
me.
it-
Oh,
yeah,
you
it's
don't
not
trust.
that.
It's not that I don't trust you.
I don't
And
trust
as much
her.
as you say there's nasty guys, bitches are shiesty.
Oh.
They're crazy.
And I will be the first one to say it. Women will, they know exactly what strings to pull and how to play you to get what they want. And I love you, and I'm not trying to belittle you, but they're
Aw.
taking pictures and loving you because they want something from you. And
I wouldn't say that.
No.
I wouldn't
no,
say
because
that all the
Frenchie, I
time.
love you too, but they're taking pictures of you because they want to get to Suave.
Yes.
Not be, and I
Yes.
love you.
I-
And
Whoever,
I don't
whoever
do
gives me
anything-
$1,000 will get Suave's phone number and address. $1,000.
Listen,
But
I will-
Andre, you can't tell
I
me you
live in
haven't realized
Albany.
that over
No,
time.
no.
I live in Albany.
You can't tell me you haven't realized that over time. In the
Men.
beginning, you used to get so upset.
Men, for $2,500, I'll give you Betty's phone number.
Oh, 2,500. It's only 1,000 for Suave.
I know, but-
2,500.
But there's a difference between
She's
men and
got
I got
women.
more body parts.
Yeah, she's got a lot more parts.
Yeah.
You see what she wears at shows? $2,500.
And
I
we've
think
already
it's fair.
talked about, we've
But
already
I
talked
don't
about
wear
what us
skin,
guys
though.
can get.
I don't wear the skimpy ones all the time. I save those for special events.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think
you're
I
right,
do.
you're
I
right.
do.
See, people are saying, yes, Dana.
Thank
Listen
you.
to
Yes.
Yeah.
Facts. Shady.
No, women are.
Forget it.
They're
I
the
love
worst.
you guys just the way you are. Don't you shade
No.
me.
It is hard. You have to. There
Oh,
is.
someone wants
There
to
is.
do
There,
that
there is
Suave.
you know, sometimes with it and everything, there is a. But we as you know, as the side people, know the separation between business and personal, and a lot, you know, and this is something I've tried to explain, and it's literally all about the business. And yes, are they taking a picture because they think, oh, if they take a picture of me, they're gonna get closer to Jeff? Yes, that's more than likely what's gonna happen. But you know what?
I think
You
a lot
might
of
not
them
have
take
to
pictures because they love you too.
Some
No,
people,
yes,
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 that's true,
yes,
but
yes.
which I don't know
I
why, but that's but it's also, I mean, it's sometimes not necessary because dealing with an artist such as Soave, he will take the
Do it
picture.
anyway.
Sure.
No,
Yeah, he's gonna take
absolutely.
the picture. So there's
But
really
a
no
lot of
reason to
people
like
don't
have to like
realize that.
slide in and say, oh, okay, let me
But
take
a
a
lot of
picture.
people don't realize that.
And yeah, people don't realize it.
And we-
And the same thing in the same thing with Andre. I'm sure people realize
I
that
know.
they're going to, that,
Joanne
you know,
said,
they're
"I'll
able to
give you
take
$2."
pictures.
Yeah, no.
I see you, Joanne.
Joanne will.
Oh, one second, hold on.
She's
I
giving
will
you
show-
2,000 for Betty?
Joanne, I'll give you
She's
for
also
Betty.
for you. No, she's also the one who said you were so sexy that you burned the camera.
Joanne, I take Venmo, Zelle,
I see you,
Cash App.
girl.
PayPal. No, but seriously, like, you know,
You
at
can
the
pay
end of the day,
directly to me. I'll take it. I'll take it.
it is like, you know, we get that all the time. I have George Lamont's like hoodie, and I've been
His Mets
offered
hoodie.
money for his Mets hoodie, and I'm like, I can't do that. Seriously, a lot of people are saying,
You
do you
know
have?
what? I'll give you this. I'll give you guys this. Dana goes through shady. But men, that she's a shiesty, shady,
Yeah,
whatever you call it.
they're
But I gotta say this for the guys. So I've been in this business for so long, and I have been around. I'm around them all the time.
Yeah.
It gets crazy. Like, yes,
Oh,
we
absolutely.
have, like, I have lots of fans, right? And, you know, they'll come take, but they're not like Suave fans. The women fans at Suave.
women are crazy.
They are, you know, so it's a different dynamic. They don't come rushing. I actually feel like the female fans will
Are
come
worse.
rushing to get pictures with me more so than the male fans. But male fans, like, do that, like, you know,
Because
we
they're
love
cool,
you.
but
Because
see
they're
the
cool,
difference is.
because the guys are
Yeah,
cool,
but
you
because
know?
they can't lash out and tell you what they're thinking. Because if you saw
But
what they were
women
thinking
are
about,
crazy. They
Yeah.
do.
they're just sitting back
Yes.
and going, "Damn, girl."
But women are crazy.
Yeah.
Women
No, they'd rather send me like naked pictures of themselves. on the DL.
Yeah, but when you
Right.
can't see their face and you don't know who the hell it is.
Exactly.
In their eyes, you're wearing something different than you're really wearing right now, or nothing at all.
Dude,
And
I
you're just
wear a
sitting back-
ponytail
Women see
and
that too.
I wear a
Look at you that
Patrick
way, too.
Starfish pajamas, you know? It's like,
Look, at the end of the day, myself and Frenchie, we are professionals, and
And maybe
and
some
as
people
much as
do just
no,
want
I get it,
pictures with
and
you.
as much as we joke, you're done.
They-
You're already on timeout. But at the end of the day, look, it doesn't matter how much money or what, if you want to throw out whatever body parts you want, we're not going to give you his number. We're not going to give you his address. It's just it's a sense of professionalism.
I
We
don't
are
want
friends
any
at the end of the
penis
day.
pics at all, guys. You know?
Yeah. Suave does not want penis pics.
No
Do
penis
not
pics.
saying
save
you're
the
the.
penis pics, please.
Gee, did you say send it to you? What?
I said save the penis
Save
pics.
the.
don't send
I thought
them.
she said save the penis. I was like, what?
I know. I was like,
Yeah, she
yeah.
wants to add
Save
it to
the
her wall
penis.
so she can laugh on it.
She's got a wall. It's called Dick's Sporting Goods. Dick's Sporting Goods.
We throw darts at it.
Right.
So what did we accomplish tonight? Guys, do not send your crooked penis pics to Betty D.
To Betty D. Or and while we're on the scene, so don't send them to Cynthia, Karina.
Don't send them to anybody.
Nobody.
Don't
Okay,
send it to anybody.
here's
Male or
the thing.
female, nobody
Betty.
wants to see
It is
them.
very simple. If you do not know this woman,
Right.
there is no reason whatsoever for you to send your private parts to someone you don't even know.
Yeah, this goes for artists. This goes for dating.
This
Right.
is the period.
Friends
I don't
I
mean
have that
just
are on
me.
dating apps, and they're like, oh, I start talking to someone, and all of a sudden I get the
Like that's not, if you
It's
have
not
not
good
had
all
intimate
around.
relations with this individual, there is no need for them to see
I
your
get it.
private parts.
Listen to me. If you're gonna send penis pics, please send them to Frenchie.
No.
Frenchie, Frenchie likes them.
Or
No,
Alfonso.
no, no, no.
Or
Send
Alfonso.
it to Alfonso.
Alfonso.
It is very easy to find him.
Don't mess
So
with
go to
Andre
my
and
page.
Eddie.
You can find him.
Don't-
Don't send it to me, please.
Don't send it to Andre, but Alfonso said, he just texted me right now. Alfonso says, please send me all penis pics, all sizes and shapes. I prefer mandingos. I don't know what that means, but Alfonso said he wants mandingos.
That means the.
That means, all right. So if you're a man of color and you have a big mandingo, please send it to Alfonso. He says send it to him,
I
and
hope he's not.
And he will call
Al
you.
is watching right now. He's laughing his ass off.
Oh
we're gonna
my
play
God.
some music. I want to thank you guys
Thank
for
you
coming
so
by. We're gonna
much.
take some more shots. We're gonna drink.
It's can I tell you? It's nothing. There's anytime I'm with Betty, I just absolutely love being around her because we have so much fun together. I feel like I'm 19, and that girl was looking at me.
Betty's so she has like an infectious energy.
She does, she does.
Like
It's like a contagious energy.
100%.
we'll be at a show. Hi. She jumps over like, oh my god, she's so happy, and then you get happy because you're just a genuinely happy. You don't understand sometimes. Even
And
if
all
you feel
sweet, all sweet.
Also,
all-
if you're feeling shitty,
They're
and then I bump into you, I'm feeling
Yes.
happy.
You
Let me tell you,
such a bubbly, happy.
Yeah.
I appreciate that
You
so
do.
much. I
really
do
is.
because you know what? This COVID shit sucks.
It sucks.
It does. So
It
we
does.
don't have the opportunity to be out and be with people. But I think even before all this happened, and I'll say this again. There's nothing more important than love and compassion,
Yep.
courtesy. And if you have that, all the other stuff, it fixes itself.
Yes.
It always does.
These two artists are the most humble people in the world. I love talking with them. I love bullshitting with them. You, I consider you like a big brother. You see
I don't
me,
know, earlier you didn't just say big brother, you said a big brother.
big brother. I don't know, big brother. He see me.
I'm very
He's
little.
old.
I won't
He's
send my
old.
picture.
He see me.
No, it wasn't an old. How did you define it to me?
He's like a-
when I.
But he
called
could be a big brother, but he's like a big brother.
Because I think I'm one of the tallest freestyle artists in all.
No, he is. I really think
I
so.
think the
If we
only
go
dis-
down the line, let's do this, okay? Let's see how knowledgeable you are.
No.
Okay. Is Suave taller than?
Coro? Anybody's smaller than Coro. Coro's like 4 feet
Gonna be though.
3.
No. Okay.
Can I see some Coral? Might be smaller,
But
like
he's
shorter,
bigger than all
but
of
he
us, yes.
sings taller than
Yes.
everybody. He has.
Exactly.
one of the most
I don't know
beautiful
where
voices
he
I've ever
is, but baby, I miss
Jose,
I miss
you
you.
were my brother
You
forever.
just did
I
Right.
love his voice.
We were with him
We
last
did a
week
show together
Saturday.
last weekend.
Last week
Yes, you
Saturday,
But I don't want to sing with
That
he
dude.
literally tore it up. Like and he like his voice was just carrying to the other side of the venue.
Yep.
And for those that don't know Coro personally,
He's a prankster.
he is the ultimate prankster.
Alfredo.
Oh my
I
God.
remember him
Wait,
at
but
Radio City Music Hall. I was getting a drop from Suave for an upcoming show.
Fart bombs.
The whole
He
backstage
The chicken.
smelled.
Yeah,
The
fart
chicken
bombs.
Alfredo.
He had fart bombs. He was
Yeah, I
throwing
remember.
stink
Oh
bombs
my
all over the
God.
place.
Oh, they were horrible.
I can't even tell you about. I know Jose for so many years. The stuff we used to do when we were younger, I can't even tell you because it's X-rated. Like I can't even.
He's
That
crazy.
dude is out of control. He's
But
crazy.
he's the most lovable
100%.
person.
And he cares.
And
so
he
much.
actually will also prank you through like DMs.
I'll tell you a really quick story. Back when Resorts World, before they changed their remember they had those little metal cubbies in the back.
Oh, yeah,
Before
yeah,
they
of course.
moved
Before
the
they
stage
moved
to
it.
stage.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Resorts World Casino used to have like these little metal cubbies where the artists used to go and it was a dressing room.
Right.
Yes.
But they were like die-hard
They're like
metal.
cabanas. They were like
Yeah,
cabanas.
little cabanas.
Yeah.
So me and this guy Dave G were hanging out near, we were bullshitting, we were near George Lamont's little cubby.
Then you guys are working.
You were working. Yeah, and then Coral comes over and bangs on George Lamont's, bam, 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 and runs. So George Lamont comes out, he's like, so we're looking at him confused, like, what? He walks back inside. Coral comes back, bam, 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 runs away. George comes out, yells at me and Dave, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, what are you talking about? He goes, stop that shit. He didn't say, he slams the door, bam! Coral comes back, bam, bam, we stopped. I'm like, motherfucker, you better stay there. Stop. But that's where he gets other people in trouble.
Oh no, he found, I think we were in Coney Island, he found those metal pans,
Yeah.
and he would like come into the dressing room and like, okay, hey, how you doing? But then he would bang it, bang, bang,
God.
behind
Yes.
you, and do that. At one time he picked up those empty like water bottle things in, and he threw them across the thing and
I think he might have set an alarm off in a hotel we were at.
Oh my God.
Lower level. He's
There's a good chance if you hang out with Coral, you're probably going to get indicted
no,
for
wait.
something.
But if you looked at, no, the funniest thing I experienced with Toro was when he stole the golf cart at the Chicago, at the Cuban Festival in Chicago.
Oh my God.
he stole it.
He stole it. I put it on my Facebook Live.
Oh my god.
He stole it, but then the funniest thing was that I guess the people in the park stopped him, and they must they were yelling at him. They were like, "Stop the car right now! You get out of the car!" And the whole time he was so mad that he had to get out the car. And she was across the way. And he was like, he was cursing at her and telling her off. But I was like, they literally, I thought we were gonna like mow people down. Like it was insane.
So listen, I want to thank everyone for tuning in. We're going to play some music. We're going to take some more shots. We're going to drink. Big shout out to Valerie Carrero Ramos bottle. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you, Valerie.
Suave loved it.
Thank you.
Actually, it wasn't Jack Daniels.
Jack Daniels Black. Oh, Johnny Walker Black.
I think you drank too much.
I drank too much Johnny Walker Black.
Calling Johnny Jack.
I'm sorry.
No.
Big shout out.
Two totally different animals.
Let's play some music. Let's take some shots.
Really quick, I want to give
Go
a
ahead.
shout out to my team, Team Suave. Alfonso, we were just kidding around. But you
We
played-
love you,
I
Alfonso.
remember
Alfonso's
you guys
one
are
of the-
doing a drive-in next week.
We're doing a drive-in.
We're doing
next
a
week,
drive-in
Yes.
next week.
Yeah.
Don't
Everyone-
forget.
everyone-
Adventure.
Sal.
Check it
Yeah.
out.
I got you, Poppy. I got you. Drive-in next week. That's right. It's gonna be
Andre
amazing.
Letty, Alfonso, Gloria, Nancy, Frenchie is
You
next
got
to
that?
me.
Did you forget?
Just forget about me.
Uh,
I'm saying I'm right here.
Rudy, all Team Suave, everybody. I love you guys so much.
Shout
All
out
the
to
people
Team
who come
Suave
to
all
the
day.
shows.
Team Suave
Visit
all day.
GoSuave.com.
Me and Betty are doing a song together. It hasn't actually, been.
That was
we haven't
actually
discussed it, but it's part of the.
I will say
We're
somebody
talking.
did request it here.
It's in
that-
conversation.
requested
Somebody
a
did
song?
request it that they wanted to. Albert, guy named Albert said thank you, Suave and Betty. No, he didn't request it actually. He said he wanted to see you guys do a song together. I think when you were
It's
singing,
in the works,
when we were
it's in the
singing,
talks.
when you guys were singing, that's what he said he wanted to.
They just haven't actually said that we're going to do it together, but like conversation is we might be doing it together. And
Yeah,
that,
so you
that
make
would be
it happen.
Make it happen,
She's
Captain.
like, well, okay.
That would be so.
Do it with Suave and Betty. So he wants to make it, and he said make it special.
Oh, it'll be special.
So he said make it special.
It'll be special. It'll be about penis pics.
Don't send me no penis pics. Don't send me no penis pics, baby. Don't send them. Don't
And that's
send
the clean
them.
version.
Don't send no penis pics, baby.
I am so gonna cut that part out and use it as a commercial. Listen, guys, again with the penis pics, please send them to Alfonso. He really does want them. And we're gonna play some
You know,
music
he's
right
not
now.
watching 'cause he'd
I
be
know.
calling, he'd be freaking typing.
Yeah, he'd be calling me. He'd be like, Frenchie!
You.
I want.
DJ Philly, thank you for the mix. Let's go.
Oh my God.